Hi! Before we get into the topic of today's video, I just wanted to say that I stumbled upon this video very wrong! And I am absolutely offended that I've been on YouTube for 5 years now and this is the time that you guys figured out you can make memes out of me. Like, you call me meme mom. So to fix that situation, which I think is laugh-worthy, I'm gonna host a challenge which I will call Make Meme Mom into a Meme. And you have time until the end of November to make a meme out of me, preferably on YouTube because otherwise it's gonna be difficult to find. Just do it because it's honestly offensive. Like, why would you call me a meme mom if you don't even make memes out of me? So back to today's video, we're gonna talk about Brittany Broski, which I refuse to believe that's her real name. You may know her as the kombucha girl. I know her as the American girl who does British accent better than most of the Brits I know. I honestly can't really stand her, like she just gives a... Just kidding, I love her. Obviously she's pretty cool. The thing about her that caught my attention is not only her beautiful laugh, but also the fact that she's not wearing makeup every day, but when she does, it's 60s inspired, and I thought that's pretty cool. And she has this whole 60s kind of look, like the hair and the makeup, and she also did a tutorial on that particular makeup and also recently posted a video about trying out different historical hairstyles. So obviously I was like, the fashion history police is here. We're gonna see how she did. So we're starting off with the how I do my 60s inspired makeup. I'm lisping today, I don't know what's happening, which was posted 2 months ago.
I hate this chair, I hate this table.
I feel you, girl. My chair is the loudest chair in the galaxy.
Like the Brittany Broski makeup look.
That's pretty cool.
10 p.m. I want to look beautiful.
Who doesn't, girl? Go for it.
Now that Jeffree Star is dead and gone, as is Shane Dawson, the pinnacle of the beauty community, y'all are left with me. Okay, now I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder, poreless and...
Okay, so the foundation thing, I guess, yeah, foundation and powder existed back then. It's pretty accurate. Would your everyday teenage 60s girl wear foundation and powder? I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. But I'm guessing probably not everyone, especially considering the quality of cosmetic products back then. But then again, it's hard to tell. I was born in the 90s.
And I just kind of fill it in where I need to. The guy I had a crush on in high school one time, this is such a cute story, told me that my eyebrows look like commas.
So the eyebrows in the 60s are kind of a controversial story. I'm assuming she's being inspired by the later part of the decade because that's when the big eye thingies started to be a thing, around 1965-66. And the eyebrows, it depends. Like before that, eyebrows were pretty natural, a bit overlined perhaps. Now, in the late 60s though, it was kind of a mess. A lot of women started plucking their eyebrows a little bit because you wanted them to be this like high arc shape. I don't know what's the proper term for it. Because it just matched the whole hooded eye thing. Hooded? No, the opposite of hooded. Who cares? Now, if you look at Twiggy, who was known for that style of makeup, her eyebrows are pretty natural, but also kind of thin. Are Brittany's eyebrows like that? They kind of are. They have a different shape though, like they would be more arched. Arced?
I'm gonna do my Bella Hadid hot dog bun cheek. Good enough for me, I really don't care. And now we go in with blush. Or as the British call it, blush on. I'm gonna kill you.
Give me $200.
Now, I was about to say that this bit is not historically accurate because they wouldn't have... I can't speak. I was about to say that this part of the makeup isn't historically accurate, but then I saw this picture of Sophia Loren, and I know it's probably like a couple of years earlier, but you can clearly see there is some bronze cheek thing going on, and you can actually see it on Twiggy's photos as well. So I would say there would be more blush used in the 60s, but also probably not. No, if you look at some of the photos, the blush is clearly there and it's quite visible, but then also it was the decade of eye makeup, so...
It's pretty good. I'm using this, just like any dark darkish brown.
See, the thing about Brittany Broski, though, is that she has the most 60s looking eyelids and eyes I've ever seen on a modern person. So this is a perfect look for her because she has so much eyelid to work with. Like, if you try this look on me, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I basically do not possess eyelids. Like, my eyelashes are just permanently stick to my eyebrows and I can't even blink. So she has a shitload of eyelids available for eye makeup, which is also why it looks so good on her, because she basically has the perfect facial features for this look.
If you have hooded eyes, anyone who has hooded eyes, just kind of bring it up where you want it, and then obviously...
Honey, I don't have any space for that, but thank you for the tip. It's nice to know you remember people without eyelids.
Make sure they're even, do you know what I mean? Like, really like to go in and do sort of like a blend, do you know what I mean?
This is very historically accurate, because if there's one thing that was common for the signature 60s makeup look is the darker crease. And that's something that appears on almost every photo of Twiggy I've ever seen from the 60s, but it was also done by Sharon Tate. And I'm guessing anyone else that was popular in the 60s. I think Natalie Wood has done plenty of dark crease makeup as well. Oh, I see Audrey Hepburn has done that style of makeup as well. And what makes it so 60s is the visibly dark crease and then a whiter or lighter, that sounded pretty Scottish, didn't it? Eyelid, eyeshadow, eye pastel.
Cream color packer. This is what makes your eyes look even bigger.
You don't need that. Your eyes are huge, girl, but go for it. So basically, that's what I was saying. A darker crease and a white / pastel / otherwise fair eyeshadow.
Okay, so I start on the outside and then I line it. And in 60s makeup, there's always an emphasis like right above your pupil. Like, so instead of just, you know, lightly lining along your eye, bring it up more, but you'll see what I mean.
That's really interesting. I actually didn't notice that. Someone's done their research.
Stop right there where it's gonna like converge. Am I making any sense at all?
Not really, but that's okay.
Bring it more.
I don't know why, but watching people do eyeliner stresses the hell out of me. Like, it's just so stressful to watch. I don't want them to mess up, and I kind of know deep inside that even if they do mess up, they're probably not gonna show it, but still, it's like watching a good thriller.
So I used to just do like but I've perfected the craft. So I do like 6 or 7 individual lashes and I draw them on with an eyeliner. The outer 3 I point them that way, so I point them down like that. And then these I just kind of, and I draw little triangles. I need some wet shit. I need some.
That's, again, pretty much Twiggy's makeup, so that's perfectly okay historical wise. That's a really cool touch, I think, because it's something that looks super 60s, but most people are usually like, oh, I'm just gonna go for an eyeliner, and they kind of forget that the lower lashes thingy is what makes the 60s look for me. Like, the makeup wise, it's just such a signature. How many times am I gonna use the word look in this video?
My bold face lashes, these are so good, but I wear these. Don't forget to also do it on the bottom. Even though we drew on the lashes, you do.
The eyelashes are also a pretty common thing in the 60s makeup, because I don't know why did I say because? There is no reason for that. It just was popular. And I even remember when I was doing research for my book and I read another book on Polish fashion in the 60s, it was mentioned that eyelashes were so popular, but like they couldn't get them in Poland because foreign products were not really available at the time. So what they did was the fashion models did their own makeup, and they had to buy like the clown eyelashes at a costume store and then wear them to fashion shows. That's how desperate they were for good eyelashes. So
why? Okay, so the tip she taught me is just like only line the outside and then like blot it and then like that's it and then put gloss over it. That's like her look. But I like to make my top lip darker.
So then what the hell was that? The lips are in the 60s makeup. They were mostly natural or pretty low key. They overdid the eyes so much they they just couldn't focus on the lips. So in most cases, they're either light bright pink, or sometimes they're even concealed to the point where they're actually skin color. Here is a nice example of a sort of orangey hue, but most of the time it was just natural lip, which again is what she went for, which is good.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, she is, damn.
And then bring her up high. This is also easier if you have a brush. It looks full. You just have to like keep dicking with it.
The hair is kind of a Brigitte Bardot inspiration, and she was popular in the 60s, so again, a point for that. Her hair was obviously a more controlled chaos. No, actually, you know what? I take it back. Just look at this picture here. It's pretty much the same thing. She probably didn't use a scrunchie though. And it's also super low key, and it makes me jealous because I spent 20 minutes on my hair this morning and it's still looking like my grandma's perm.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching.
So this was the makeup thing, but she also did the hairstyle thing, and I feel like that's more promising when it comes to historical accuracy commentary. So let's jump into that. It's a fresh new video. It was released a week ago.
Hey guys, I'm back. Actually, I'm not feeling this anymore. How do you wear bucket hats? Like, cool.
You don't. They're lame, and they will go out of fashion in 5 years, and you will regret wearing them, and you will come back to this video and be like, she told me.
So basically I did a Marilyn Monroe look. Guys, stop being shorter than me. So I did this Marilyn Monroe look, and I'm feeling just a little bit glamorous, feeling old Hollywood, that all black magic. Okay, so now we're gonna go do some
It's pretty cool. I mean, Brittany's eyebrows are naturally kind of Marilyn shaped, which also gives off this cool 50s vibe. She could have overlined them a little bit more, and I feel like that there's a little too much contour for a 50s makeup. Yes, I know, but they did contour in 50s. Yeah, they did, but they weren't super advanced. But overall, nice work on the bright eyeshadow, and you can tell that she really looked at the photo that she was inspired by, and she actually did stuff that was in the photo, which is nice. She also overdrawn her upper lip as it would have been done at the time. I almost went for a tame.
Freedom! Horrible. We're gonna do this. This is what I'm feeling. So how do we do it?
See, this is where I don't really follow, but you know, this is kind of a stereotypical rendition of a 50s look that is not even 50s. It's kind of closer to 60s, or if you consider the roll being there, it's kind of a 40s look but upside down. See, that's the problem. A lot of 50s inspired photo shoots and photos are just that. They're just modern photos that look cool and give off this pin-up vibe, but if you actually look at 50s photos, hair was usually pretty short and had nothing to do with any type of rolls or beehives. So
this is the little tutorial. Don't know how to do it. She puts her hair in a bun. Let's do that. No, hold on. She does this first. She does this into a V. Can you guys see? Doesn't matter. And the key to this look is to have, like, I guess, really greasy hair, because that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing, so.
That's actually a pretty good point. If you're going for a vintage hairstyle, greasy hair is the best thing you can do. As you can tell by my today's hairdo, which is like 3 days old.
Oh, serve. Oh, serve. Hold on, this might be it. So basically I'm just gonna pin this. Don't know where or how, but I'm gonna do it. How do people do this? You know those like vintage girls, like pinup girls, they go to like pinup competitions?
They practice for years. At least that's what I've noticed. Like, if anyone has perfect victory rolls, they're usually in the pinup business for like 10 years.
If I had a normal size forehead, that's how I would do it. All right, I'm discouraged. I'm gonna go get a bandana. Stay here. I might have popped off. Y'all listen to Dermot Kennedy?
I think it would help if she teased it beforehand, like backcombed it. Is that how we call it? Because then it keeps together instead of like spreading out.
50s girl check. I look like Lucille Ball!
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, obviously the hair is not there yet, but like the makeup and the face she just did, it looks Lucille Ball to me.
Exciting developments. First of all, this 60s makeup, yeah. Second of all, so I went vintage shopping with Emmy the other day, and Found these.
She just redid the makeup that I just commented on for like 28 minutes, so I'm not gonna go back to that. It's pretty much the same thing. Just rewind if you can't remember what I said about it. Morons.
So this is what I'm going for with 60s. I'll put it up on the screen. You like how I'm just wearing a t-shirt for all this? I'm like going all out.
I like how she uses... They're building a bridge outside my flat, so if you hear any continuous regular noise, that's from their side, not mine. I like how she used an original picture for this one, like I doubt it's gonna come out the same as on the picture, but, you know, good intentions. Whereas with the 50s one, she went for a modern inspiration picture, which obviously, you know, it's never gonna be the same, never gonna give you up.
Okay, so here's the moment. Now traditionally this is done with curlers.
She is aware of the existence of curlers versus a curling iron, which I very much respect when it comes to YouTubers. Girl, you deserve a proper vintage makeover, that's all I want to say.
Do, 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 do. I am so beautiful. So... that was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
To be fair though, like, the thing they did was A, with shorter hair, and it was also kind of hard to make it stay in place, so they just sprayed it to the point where it was basically like a piece of rock. Like if you bumped into someone, you would pierce your throat with their hair. And they also did it just like literally just the ends. And it was also a specific cut for that. Like you had to had some thinning going on, I guess.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. So basically just hairspray the shit out of it. Okay, serve. Or something.
It's just too long, to be honest. Like, she could just pin it in place around this length and it should be okay. I just heard Boogie Boogie Bilbo Boy and imagined it to be like a Lord of the Rings rendition of the Andrews Sisters, and I did not want to imagine that.
He's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company B.
Okay. Oh, I might have actually found out the secret. Maybe you just have to bobby pin it.
Oh, that actually works, yeah. She actually did a good job. I mean, obviously, you would probably have to tease / back home a shit out of your upper hair area.
Hole. Okay, pitiful, sad 60s hair reveal.
That's pretty cute. Like, I think it works as a kind of 1966 or even earlier hairstyle. I would just add some volume at the top, but, you know, that's just me. And also perhaps the curled out hair ends and the makeup don't really go that well together, because by the time the makeup was popular, these things were kind of out. I would stick to the Brittany Bardot hairstyle for the makeup.
Okay, I'm done with this. Okay, so I basically just half-assed this 70s look. I just kind of threw on some blue shadow. I should wipe the twiggy lashes off, but I'm kind of feeling this a little bit.
It's not bad. The eyeshadow is definitely on point for the 70s look. I would probably wipe off the eyebrows so they're less defined, and perhaps, you know, the liner is a bit too much, but the eyelashes are definitely still hot in the 70s, as I've noticed on the photographs, so the hair is not bad. 70s hair would either be heavier styled, like they would be curled outwards or something, or they would be left like completely natural to the point where you don't even do layers or anything. You just literally cut them like that. But the bangs are on point though. I know she didn't want to fry her hair, but if she put it on the curling iron and curled it outwards, it would have like a really cool 70s effect.
Giving very much 1974. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay, yeah, these were not as bad as I expected. Like, no disrespect to Brittany Broski, but she's obviously not a professional vintage stylist, so I still think she does the 60s look the best. You can tell that's because she has seen a tone of images from the era, whereas with the 70s and 50s, it's kind of a new vague zone for her. I feel that she needs to explore more. But yeah, I mean, Brittany was just fooling around anyway, so we don't expect her to be like on point, but some of these looks were pretty good. I hope she explores more historical, what the hell, historical fashion soon. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Bye.